Hey guys, it's Drac, and today we're doing another review of a BoomCo blaster. This is of course part of their interesting Flip Slingers line, which is a Target exclusive, so picked this one up at Target.com. And this is the BreakFlip, which unlike the Flip Bow, flips down instead of up. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to like that, but it has a much different profile and shape. It does not have the bow arms, and it does have the same ammunition capacity, coming with 20 BoomCo Smart Stick darts, in our case dirty darts, don't tell anybody, and then the same 20 round clip in a different color. So the one from the Flip Bow is blue, this one is gray. I preloaded a Flip Bow clip, Flip Bow clip, Flip clip bow, question mark. Anyhow, I preloaded that one so that I wouldn't have to load this on camera, which would make the review much smoother. Again, Target exclusive, BreakFlip, 20 darts, claiming ranges up to 75 feet. Doubt it will achieve that, as I am assuming this uses the same internals as the Flip Bow itself, but shouldn't be too terribly difficult to get out of the package and start getting a feel for the ergonomics. So, set this aside. Our blaster has a weight in the back instead of the front, which is interesting for your flipping needs. I'm sure it'll change when we add the clip, but I want to get a feel for it first. Huh. Will it not stay primed without a clipazine in it? That's very strange. I'm not able to fire. It must have some sort of lock. So, coming in, okay, there we have it. So, flipping down to prime and, so, well, we do get our first shot. Ranges are almost exactly like the Flip Bow, shooting about 35 flat and then angled about 60. Not bad. Anyhow, the blaster features a white base coat with a metallic exclusive kind of bluish purple on it, and then a black handle. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my ring off real quick. I immediately am not liking the ergonomics of this blaster. Whereas the Flip Bow had an enclosed handle and I could kind of move around on it, you really have to grip this hard. The handle is a reasonable size, which is excellent. That's where my hand falls in it, and that's not bad at all. That's actually a significant improvement over some of the Halo blasters. But then you have to hold hard while you flip down and then flip up and hope that it holds, I guess. So a little bit of ergonomic weirdness here. It's just like a lot of force going into holding the blaster, and then of course every time you prime you have to recalibrate your aiming point. So I don't like that. I didn't like it in the Flip Bow, but at least I was coming down, and so since I was coming down with the Flip Bow, it was locking into a position that I was already ready to fire in, whereas here I'm coming up and I have to like come up and then readjust because I need that amount of. Why are you going limp on me, buddy? Hang in there. So, alright. I'm about done with that. The blaster is fun to use. I assume you could crank it like this. And again, assumptively like the Flip Bow, we will try holding it down to see if it has quote-unquote slam fire. And it does. You do suffer a reasonable amount of accuracy in slam fire mode as you are mowing through darts while maneuvering not only your foregrip here, but also the handle. So really losing a lot of your, I don't know, stability in that. So I like this much less than the bow version, exclusively because it goes down and then up, and also like with coming down into my grip, I never had any issues where it would go past. When it's fighting gravity in its primed position, it has this tendency to go limp, and that's no bueno in my book. So interesting. It's got a 2014 patent on it, which is crazy since we're almost in the 2015 holiday line, and then of course we'll be right into 2016 stuff. So that's just a fun little R&D tidbit. The design of the blaster looks cool. I like the blue on the white on the black. Very dead orbit, very cool in my opinion. The performance is solid for a BoomCo blaster. Springer like this, it's firing about where I expected it to. I guess we could also try holding the handle firm and then priming up. See, my natural inclination is actually not to use any one or the other firing method, but in fact to kind of get a rest here and then prime with both hands, just like with an elite alpha trooper. I fire not by priming directly, but by pushing forward and kind of working through my stroke. But this is similar. If you can get it down, I assume it would be an okay primary. Working it with both hands like that. I don't think that this is nearly as ideal as the BreakFlip for some sweet dual wielding action, but it is a fun blaster. It's goofy. I just think that the flip bow is better in every way, so that's kind of my opinion. I will do a versus video later on and put a link in the description box below to that if you want to see kind of a direct comparison where they're both on frame in the same kind of comparison video. But I don't like this as much. That said, it's still an okay blaster. It's probably more expensive than it needs to be, given that the flip bow is, in my opinion, a superior product that does something very similar but works with gravity as opposed to against it. I like that much more. The only other thing that I want to talk about with this is that since the clip is not moving in line with the force to prime it, you do get a little bit of wobble at the beginning and end. So here, your weight is distributed this way and it wants to pull, especially if you're, come on, BreakFlip, hang in there. If you're out this way, and I assume for like a long period of time, like a humans versus zombies or war scenario, this would start tilting, and then similarly, if you're all the way over here, it's going to pull your aim this way. So while BoomCo darts might be slightly more accurate than Nerf darts, I think that that is something to consider with this product in particular. Other than that, I'm already starting to slip off of my grip just playing with it for a short amount of time, so you'd really have to stay on top of that. Ergonomics are really weird with this fencing grip, having to prime out here, because this is not even close to realistic, nor will it fire in this configuration. And so I think that's my review. It got a little bit rambly, but I wanted to give you a real hands-on feel for how this blaster works right out of the box. I wanted you to know what works well, which is the performance of the blaster, and then what doesn't work, which is everything to do with ergonomics, grip, and priming. But that's the video. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of this one in the comment section below.